What's up, everybody? We are 4 players fighting the game-life balance. In this episode, we are down by 2 of our regular players, but lucky for you, it's a 1 for 2. Glenn joins us for a much-anticipated release of Handball.
It's a lot quicker than you think.
Robin moves in, boyfriend in, and battles the couch.
I still have the bruises.
And Drew passes out on the floor.
Has nothing to do with alcohol.
It's episode 77, everybody, of The LittleBigKast. Welcome.
I will get a spoon.
We'll just drip it in. Glenn started us with some treats, so that makes it a nice show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the LittleBigKast. This is episode 77. I'm Drew Tyler. I'll be taking you through the journey along with my sidekicks and partners in crime. Right here to my right is Robin Hazlett.
Hey!
And taking over on the full left side of the table with the whole Monty. You got 2 jobs to do there.
I'm the full Monty.
Is Glenn, the full Monty. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Glad to see your beard is back, so that's nice.
Yeah. I'm happy to be back. I have a chin now.
Yeah, welcome back, Chin. It's very nice to have you.
It's great to see.
So both Rachel and Jeff are off for the night. We've given them a reprieve to let them catch up on life, and we're bearing the burden.
Yes, because, that whole game-life balance.
Yes.
Life has somehow taken precedence at this moment.
And that is what we're all about. A little bit of shuffling, a little bit of juggling, pinch and roll, and everything's going to be A-okay. So, let's get into it. How'd your week go? This was like a big Thanksgiving week, too, so we all had lots of things to do.
I had lots of things that turned into nothing.
That's true. Poor Glenn got sick.
I know.
The week of. So you had to cancel.
I had a big dinner party. I had like 20 people coming over to my house. Had an 18-pound turkey that was
cooking
brining.
That's a
and
scary thing.
thought out, brined, ready to go. And so I had to cook it anyway the next day. And so I have 18 pounds of turkey in my freezer.
And no party happened, which is sad because I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
That's okay.
It was going to be really fun. But
We'll
birthday.
Yeah, we'll make it another day. And then you had plans to fly out and hang out with family for Turkey Day itself.
Oh, yeah, and I was still sick. I didn't want to get anybody else sick, so I just stayed home.
You determined it? That's sad.
Yeah.
That makes me weep a little.
It's all right.
So
I even texted my friends, but they never texted me back.
I didn't get a
Hey,
text.
what are you guys doing?
I didn't get a
Talking about
text.
Silence
He's talking
for
about
3 days.
me for days because I turned everything off for the holidays. I honestly was like, this
Yeah.
is it. And
Well,
I turned
that's
everything.
smart.
I know, but I'm sorry, Glenn.
It's all right.
From the heart.
I was just home alone.
Sick.
No, actually, I ended up at my aunt's house for Thanksgiving.
That's good. You guys made pies?
We made 8 pies for 7 people.
So it was like a cake.
See, I like that.
That kind of show.
It was fun stuff. Anyway,
Very cool. What'd you do, Ram? Did you have a family bird?
Well, it was a very, very eventful and chill Thanksgiving thing because the Thursday, a week before Thanksgiving, I had to go to a conference in Vegas. So I went to the conference, and then I flew back Saturday, and Saturday Scott was showing up with the U-Haul of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So he did a turn and burn
With a U-Haul.
with a U-Haul.
Dude, serious. I didn't realize
So-
this was like serious. I thought it was like you guys are just doing it for funsies, but
It was like,
he
oh,
brought a U-Haul.
He brought the couch.
That is
the couch
serious.
is not moving from the house. It took an act of God to get it in. There was I don't know.
That is a serious moment right there.
There was some sage and incense going on. Please fit through the doorway. Please fit through the doorway.
Slide it in.
Yep.
Okay, wow.
did you try graphite?
Do what?
Graphite.
Graphite.
It's supposed to be is that couch lube? To get it
I guess. I don't know.
slippery through-
Remember Pinewood Derbies?
Oh, Pinewood Derbies. That is true.
Put
That-
graphite on your wheels, makes
yeah.
it go faster.
Ah.
Less friction. Sorry.
So the funnest, is that a word?
The most,
Funnerest, the most fun?
I
I did a Pinewood Derby because I had little Cub Scouts that I was dealing with, but I was also part of what we call the Elders Quorum, which is I don't know, guys from 18 to 40, So we did our own Pinewood Derby as big kids.
Oh!
That was hilarious. We had a no limits thing. And
was there rockets attached
yeah,
to
it was.
Because-
It was totally. It was rockets. It was the heaviest bricks that you can put on top of a car. I took this giant thesis stapler that my wife got me for Christmas. That was like a 40-pound stapler that'll do 100 pages, and I strapped that to the top of my car that I painted Starry Night, and so it was this beautiful design and form, and then this huge stapler strapped on, and it was go, go, go. But that ended up being a very fun thing. So
Did it tip over? It sounds top heavy.
no, it was like front. It was perfectly right down the track. I won third place.
Woo.
Yeah,
You won third
I even
place.
because I was in charge, I made my
don't
own
think you can
awards.
say
Yeah,
I make my own
there were
awards.
3 of
You know,
us.
I like that.
Yeah, it was
This
good.
is why we're friends.
I was staying humble. I couldn't take championship because I was
That's
in
right.
charge of the award.
Because I was in charge of the awards, so I made them all.
So
It was
third.
good. My Thanksgiving went really well. We had friends come up from Texas that we haven't seen forever. Best friend of mine
Nor
from
have
high
I.
school. And Glenn hasn't seen them ever, but we turned off all of our phones. And then my wife married me. My wife's best friend from college married my best friend from high school. We put them together. So it was very sweet. They are the most, I wouldn't say eclectic. They are like the most people that you'd know. Like there's no pretenses. They are who they are. They love what they love. He's got this beautiful handlebar mustache that he twirls up with
does he?
beeswax.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Beeswax that he mixes himself. And
Oh, my gosh,
I
he's
don't know,
those people.
Short, right? Short of raising the bees.
But he's not a hipster though.
But he's still
It's
not
just,
a hipster. He's like
just authentic.
very, very authentic. And then she is just this spunky, fiery. I don't know. She's just got energy, and just even when we were in college, she was like the one that was telling me to go chase my wife. Like she likes you, she digs you. Go ahead, like make the move. And she was. I remember going to a hockey game with her right here in Weaver, and she was like, "So is there a reason why you haven't pursued this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to know anything. Do it!" Like she was like really. She was key
Are
to
you
getting us
dumb?
together, right? And she's awesome. So that was a fun weekend. We cooked all day. And ate ourselves silly. Like we planned our days so that we could have the meal and then rest a little bit and then leftovers and then rest a little bit and then pie and snacks. And, yeah, we planned out our fooding and it worked out really well. But that was a good weekend. Just
Yeah, that
nice
was-
and nothingness.
Yeah, because Scott brought his dad with him to help him move.
Oh.
And so they were there for about 2 days, and they left 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Oh, so you
So-
had
So it was like literally like 2 full 24-hour days, and then it was out. So
that's fast.
yeah, so they were there, and then Thanksgiving break happened, and Thanksgiving happened, which consisted of us laying around watching Muppets Christmas Carol, and then we watched Phineas and Ferb for the rest of the day.
Nice.
That's a day.
Yeah,
Right.
and then made macaroni and cheese and a ham. It's just like find the ham, stick in the meat thermometer, call it good.
Oh, good. Make it
It's just
good.
like
Ham's
and-
nice and easy. I like
Yeah, it
ham.
is.
yeah, but the mac and cheese is like the age-old family recipe passed down through the ages kind of thing.
Velveeta.
not
Not Velveeta, not like the
Velveeta,
powdered stuff.
But an actual bechamel with cheddar in it. Or
that
something.
sounds delightful.
Yeah, it was magical.
Our turkey was the scary part about our turkey was we brined and then we threw it in the oven at 500 to brown it, and then I put the probe in and it was like, okay, when it gets to 151, pull it out, tent it, and let it rest until it hits its optimal time. I was like, okay, I can do that. It'll take 2 to 2.5 hours. Okay, perfect. We timed it out. 20 minutes after I had probed it, it was like, ding, 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 you're hot. I'm like, what? There's no way. I still have 2 hours. So we looked at it and poked it a few times, and we're like, I think the probe's broken. That's what we settled on. I was like, I have no
So you
idea.
just let it cook a little longer.
And it ended up being slightly drier than I liked, but it was still a delight. It was still good. But all the sides were just delightful.
I read, as I was looking to cook turkey, I read instructions from everything like, the breast can be at 150, but the thigh has to be 165, and then some went all the way up to like 185.
185 is what I say on the dark
I'm like, how dry is that?
It has to be a cinder block, and then you can eat it. If we don't watch out, this will turn into a food show.
Yeah.
We love to eat. We love to
Wait
cook.
for it.
So for gaming news, what did you guys do over the break with less school?
Okay.
What'd you game?
Gaming news. I finished Game of Thrones, the Telltale game
the whole
series.
yeah.
So finally finished the last episode, and like everything related to Game of Thrones, I regret everything.
Oh dear.
It's just
All your
Everybody
choices.
all the
dies.
choices, and all I'm thinking is like there is no way that I could have prevented this. There
Really?
is nothing that I could have done to make people not die anymore.
Are they different plot lines than the
Yes.
books?
Are they?
Yeah, they're two divergent families, but they're still set within all of the other stories.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
So it's like between seasons 3 and 4 is where this happens.
And no matter
So-
what, they all die.
I don't know.
You just know that you made some poor choices.
I don't know if I made poor choices or if it's just the typical Game of Thrones thing where they just suck all the joy out of anything that could possibly
That's
be
life,
good.
baby.
That's the way it is.
I know. I don't need this life lesson anymore.
Thanks, Telltale.
And
that sounds fun, though.
yeah,
Sounds like a good
yeah,
use of
no,
time.
it was good. I finished that, and then I freed all of the burrows in Assassin's Creed. That's it. So
That's a good deal. Is that
So,
like the
yes.
main quest that you do, like rid
It's-
them of
it kind
evil?
of like ridding them of evil, but I haven't finished the actual
Is
game.
that like the
like taking
forts in
Yeah,
Black Flag or whatever?
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So running around making sure
That's
that
fun. I
the
like
blighters
that
are no longer a threat.
Oh. Did you play? Well, of course, you were alone all weekend.
Yeah, I played Fallout 4 nonstop
Like
Hi,
forever and
Rachel.
ever.
forever and ever.
that's
Yeah,
what I
Rachel and I
hear.
were texting each other back and forth. Did you do this yet? What did you do here? You know,
Did you get
nobody else has played it, so we didn't want spoilers. Mm-hmm. So
I'm,
it was pretty fun.
I'm waiting. I'm ready for it. So when you're done after your hundreds of hours, I'd love to try it out, but I just don't have
100
time.
hours. I think it's be
I know.
300
I
hours.
don't have time yet.
I'm in the same boat with you. I want
I'm
to have
level
time.
31, and I've done 5 main stories. And Rachel said that today we're talking, and she's level 45 and has done 9 main missions.
Wow.
So it's gonna be like Skyrim, where you could put 400 hours in. I
And just
think,
keep it going.
And just like nothing.
If you
I
want
enjoyed it.
100%.
Thank you, Bethesda.
Yeah, I enjoyed it while I was there. My girls played for their time off. They played through Broken Age,
Ooh.
which was kind of fun to watch them because it's somewhat of a little point and click puzzler.
Yeah.
But to help them do the guessing and the finding the answers and we need this, we need to go find it. What do you think? But it also has that slightly, I don't play shoot 'em up games with the kids. I keep it pretty low key. Like King's Quest was just right. Dragon's a little scary, but good for
But,
them.
yeah.
But Broken Age has. Like it's like they're sacrificing the young girls of each community to this.
Oh,
giant
the
alien.
cupcakes?
The
Yeah.
cupcake ladies that are like, and then you become like trying to free everybody. So it has a really kind of fun story going on with it.
But it's like,
at
oh,
first
this
I was like,
human sacrifice. That
Finish
sounds
it.
great.
we're almost done. We're almost done.
Do
Like,
the stories converge?
yeah,
ever?
yeah. So they
I'll never
swapped.
play that game.
So they.
Too slow moving.
It was a little slow moving, like slower than you'd expect. But I think for them, where they're just like looking around and trying to figure things out, I think it's worked out really, really nicely for them. So yeah, they do at some point. The Mog Chothra is this giant alien thing that comes and demands sacrifices from each little community, and then the other story that you play simultaneously, kind of you can choose when
Yeah.
you play each, is a boy who's kind of prisoner in his own little spaceship, and mom is like the AI of the ship at this point, and dad is just, again, kind of like there at night to watch over him, but he doesn't really see them. He goes on these fake missions every day, and it's like riding a roller coaster and playing fencing with candy canes, and it's silly.
It's like
Until he like breaks it on purpose, and then all of a sudden he like finds out that there's more to this ship, and he's actually finds the controls where he's saving creatures, plucking them out of space to save them. And when those stories converge, you find out that he was inside of this alien thing. His ship, his space, is inside of this giant alien thing, and the creatures that he's saving and plucking are these sacrificing girls. That was a spoiler alert, by the way. I don't know. By this time, everybody's played it. It's about
Yeah.
2 months ago. That
If
it was
you're
a
gonna
free
play
game.
it, you've played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I played it.
But it was fun to see that.
Yeah.
I played it for
It was like
an
a-
hour, and I was just like, meh.
But it was also like a year and a half ago when
Right, it came
when
out.
it was like, yeah, there. After like a year, there is no such thing as a spoiler alert for a game.
I don't feel bad at all.
You just gotta let that one happen.
Yeah. But it was fun. I really enjoyed playing with the kids and just watching them play. And then I've been playing a lot of Uncharted 3, which I'm
Ooh.
thoroughly enjoying. Lots of shooting and killing. Although I will tell you,
Started 3, and I
Did you play
forgot
3?
about it with Fallout 4.
That is why I'm still playing 3. But there were 3 or 4 levels in a row where you're running across boats. Do you remember this? Have you played the 3?
Maybe.
Like you're
You
chasing.
have to, like,
I'm-
swim in the water.
You have to swim in the water and try and like you either climb up on some floating barge and pull people off, or hide behind things and shoot people, and then dive in the water again and go. But there's like 3 or 4 different levels in a row where you're not only like running across the boats, but there's ones that some like waves that are like on a giant boat that you're on. And so anyway, for 4 levels, it was doing this. And you know that I'm already like get sick with
you're
FPS.
toast.
And so I could only do like 45 minutes a night. And then I'd just be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I think 2 nights in a row, I ended up laying down on the floor in the front room and just being like, honey, I'm done. And she's like, all right, whatever. She's still grading papers. And I'm like sacked out on the floor. And I wake up at midnight when she's going to bed. She's like, you recover? Oh, I don't know. Like I played until I got sick. That's how great I am. But no, it sounds like a good week. Sounds like we'll have lots of fun. We catch up. Jeff still plays Destiny all the time, and
Constantly.
Rachel is
Oh wait,
playing lots
what
of
was
Fallout.
Yeah.
what was the
That's our
the
catch up.
stat?
Oh, do
that
you want to know?
was-
Do you really want to know? He told us how many days, and that's not just like days.
Like
it's like
waking days, that's like
24
24 hour
hours.
periods. Yeah.
It was, I think, 46. Was it
Since
49 or
Destiny
46?
came out, 2
no,
years?
yeah, in the time that he's been playing as his character, like if you look up his little Destiny
46
tracker,
days with,
46
taking
straight
two
days. That's insane. Like I
Yeah.
wish if I had that amount of time, I would take it. But I'm excited for him that he found that time. I think it makes him a little sick. Once he realized, like,
Yeah, it's okay.
I guess my wife was right.
that's like more than a month, like 6 weeks out of 52.
It's a month and a half.
And that's not even counting
And that's not sleeping,
That's like,
yeah,
It'd be
or
like-
eating,
It'd be like
or,
12 weeks
any-
out of 50. Oh. Anyway, maybe we need an intervention. I don't know. Maybe we should discuss that.
Oh my gosh, can we like hang a banner like intervention?
Intervention time. Please join us as we plan Jeff's intervention, and we ask him to play something, just something else. He's a god among men. He does amazing things. I'm sure he's listening right now. Wherever
Yeah,
he
and
is.
he's.
Guest invention.
I'll bet you anything that we're going to at least get a text or like a Facebook message. It locked me out of Twitch. It didn't connect fast enough. But you guys, you guys.
Well, let's move on. Let's cover up a little bit of news, and then we will wrap up our whole week. This is fun to be back. I missed you guys last week.
I know. I was just like,
It was Thanksgiving.
I was like, I feel like I'm falling apart right now.
This will put us all back together.
Yes.
All right, let's do news. Robin's going to take our news today because she's the one that's prepared.
All right, so for the news for this week, we are not able to watch the PlayStation Experience live on Twitch and PlayStation.com starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time this Saturday.
Wow.
We are not able to watch.
No, we're now able to watch.
Now.
So we get to watch it. So it's live on Twitch all weekend. Oh, see, I wish we were at PlayStation Experience, but it's just a
know.
bad timing. It is the last semester.
this is like-
Weird
last week of the
weekend
semester.
to have a
Yeah.
convention,
It really is, because
especially for like video games, because there's
Kind
all the
of.
students, you know.
and
Right.
also for the
Your
fact
largest
that
demographic is
these big games have already released. Like the big buzz ones have already happened.
It is
But-
a nice middle ground between E3 and like some other gaming shows, you know. So it is nice, and especially where they can kind of play on their own turf and say this is what PlayStation is doing. And if I remember right, they do. Like, it's not all about announcements. It's about like getting the community together to hear from developers, to hear from stories, and just make that accessible so that gamers can have more than just "ooh, that's neat" coming out trailers, but actually just kind of hear from people and stories. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
So
because I remember when PlayStation Experience started, and I thought it was like one of the better things that they've ever done, because it makes more sense for them to not just be like, hey, look, here's this game, and be like a glorified E3 that
Right.
only talks about PlayStation stuff. It's very much not that. So I think that building the community is exactly what they have to do.
we'll keep you in touch. Whatever news does come out of that, we'll share it with you.
You
But it's
know
kind
that
of
we'll be
fun.
glued to it.
We'll be we have nothing else to do.
Our little chat is going to be blowing up like, oh my gosh, guys, look. All right, news number 2. Uncharted collection owners
Hey, that's us.
have a special treat into the multiplayer beta for Uncharted 4, beginning on the 4th and lasting until the 13th, with tons and tons of references to the earlier titles. If you go and check out the link that's there and you watch that little like minute and a half video, you'll see like all the characters that have been in Far Cry. Or Far Cry, sorry,
That's different.
Uncharted.
that is
Uncharted.
a different.
I'm
Franchise.
down with that. So this starts, you say tomorrow?
Yes.
So by the time this is out, everybody will have this.
Yes.
And it's a multiplayer, so we'll probably have all kinds of maps and fun things. Can I play this solely? That's what I want to do. I want to be the old dirty man.
You would.
Sorry. You know he's getting some.
Somewhere.
Probably
I don't know
paying
where.
for it.
All right. I'll play it a little bit. I'm not really a multiplayer. Like, I never do those very well.
I
hate
tried.
PvP.
I'm so terrible at multiplayer, and everyone laughs at me because I'm very much the explorer gamer type. Like, I just want to wander
Right,
around and
right.
like find and dig things. So I'm like trying to find like, oh, I wonder what's in this chest over here. Is this going to be really good ammo? Boom, I'm dead. Done.
Right. You can't do that when people are trying to kill you.
I know.
That's a life
It's
lesson.
It stresses me out. I can't go searching in chests when there's like snipers running
All right,
around.
bombs. Yeah. I'm excited though. I think I'll play it just to see how it translates from story to multiplayer,
Yeah.
and maybe to get a little peek of what 4 will bring. So I'm excited about the story in 4.
Yeah.
Do you like that? I do
Very,
like that.
very much so.
Cool.
News number 3, which I am like losing my mind over. Amplitude is coming on January 5th.
Remind me what's Amplitude?
Amplitude-
It's not
It was-
snowboarding.
No, it was one of the
Music.
Yeah, one of the first music games.
Oh.
What are you like as a DJ or something?
No, it was one of the very first games. It was kind of like a Vortex game. So like the music notes will come at you like they do in like Guitar Hero
Oh,
and
right,
Rock
right.
Band and thing like
Okay,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they call it a Vortex game because everything's coming out of the
Coming at you.
vortex.
Okay.
And you hit it in sync with what's going on, and when you get to a certain level of I'm good enough at this, then you switch to another track. So there's like the vocal track and then the bass track and the guitar track. So you're like your own you're your own rock band.
Like you are the rock band because you're like bing bong bing bong bing.
You
bing,
start at
bing, bing,
MIDI.
bing, bing,
That's
bing,
your
bing.
level.
You start at
Yeah,
MIDI.
that's my level. MIDI, auto harp. Gosh, that's a
No, that was
I
one of
can't
the
do these.
that was one of the first like music games that I ever played.
Didn't
Really?
you get Rock Band?
Oh yeah.
How's
but
that been?
Wait, the PS4 rock band?
Oh,
Did you get it?
I haven't played
We
it.
need to- we need to
I
get
have
it
to.
and
I
play
have.
it.
I have to wait for it. So I'll be okay. But
should
that's
bring it down
you
here
have
and
to
play
wait
You know-
until Scotsy comes to
yeah.
town?
And so
Scott comes to town. I want to play Rock Band.
Scott, come.
One of my very first PlayStation games I think I ever played was Rock Band, where we ditched work one afternoon and went over to a friend's house and played on his Rock Band. And I don't do musical things, but it was so cool to like make music together that I was
Yeah.
like,
It's fun
I could-
together.
I
I'm
could do it.
terrible like Guitar
Yeah.
Hero and stuff.
by yourself, right?
Oh yeah. Well
but
then.
it's fun together.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is that it has to be
It's like
a
karaoke,
collaborative
no one
thing.
cares.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Karaoke together. I am so horrible. I've had students invite me out, and I go karaokeing with like large groups of students. Bad idea. They never respected me after that. I lost it.
Oh
You're not
please.
supposed to
But it was-
fraternize anyway.
I never had their respect. I know better than that.
I don't even pretend.
It's just like whatever.
This is a new world.
It's like I wear etnies to class. This is how this is going to happen.
But you like Amplitude. You're excited.
Oh, super excited about it.
Did
It's
they
just like
port it, or is this a new version?
this is a new version because I think this was actually a Kickstarter.
Oh.
So they went
So they
back
said they
in.
loved it the first time. Let's bring
Let's
them
get
back in
this
and go again.
going again.
Okay.
Because I'm really surprised because we've had a lot of music games
Mm-hmm.
that have come out, and remember it was like the Rock Band of the 6-month period. Like every 6 months there would be like a new Rock Band
Right.
edition, like Rock Band Metallica, Rock Band the Beatles,
Beatles.
Rock Band, yeah,
Bundles. Yeah.
yeah,
Now they have
And
the
then they-
live Guitar Hero thing, which is
yeah. But
is
then
Rock Band Live too.
it's like at that time when everything was coming out so fast, it crashed. Like they took all of the music completely away.
Right.
And they also ran into a bunch of licensing things because music industry. But now, like, they're just starting to come back, and then Amplitude is coming back as well. And I'm just like, oh, please don't repeat history. Please
They're all
don't
gonna go
don't get
again.
all excited and make clones and just do it all over again.
We can hope.
So
We can hope. Please. For the children.
no, for me.
For the
Forget the
child.
children. For me.
You're still a child.
I believe the children are our future.
We should probably
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
way.
Show them all the beauty that they possess inside.
It's a great idea.
Isn't that from a song? No, no, I don't think so. So, have you seen School of Rock?
Yes.
This is my life.
Yes.
I love
This is
that
what we do
movie
all
so
day.
much.
Isn't that from the song?
If you can't teach, teach Jim.
That's what they say.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
News
Let's
5.
see. News 5. We have the free game for PlayStation Plus.
Which is, it's like yay, but
It's like,
I'll play Gauntlet Slayer Edition because I love Gauntlet. Wizard
Yeah.
needs food.
I don't like those games.
Yeah, I'll play it just because it's free.
And it's free,
I
and
don't
it's.
like top-down games.
It is totally top down. It's totally top
I
down.
don't know. I like God games like
Maybe
that.
the only
Just
time you ever see top down. All right, so
And we also have your personal
my
favorite.
personal favorite, and it's good. It is good.
King's Quest.
King's Quest, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1 is free, but Chapter 2
Which-
just came out.
No,
December.
just got announced that it's
Just come.
right. But yes, it's just got announced. It's December 2 weeks. It will be out. My kids
Chapter
are so
1's
excited
free for
for the PS Plus people.
to download that.
Yeah, so it's a great Chapter 1 is a fun, again, point and click kind of adventure, but the way that I forgot their names, the Odd Gentleman, is that who it is?
I think so.
Yeah, they do and it's by Sierra, but the way that they put the story together, there's just so much great humor and so many ways to die. The puns are hilarious, like they're horribly hilarious. So if you're one of those people that
It's like the oh.
love to hate puns, there are so many puns in this.
I'm so excited.
So chapter 2, and this is what they talked about because they talked about how long it's been. This Chapter 1 came out in like July, I think, and I bought the whole book. But Chapter 2 has been on this super long delay, and when they had this kind of Q&A of like, why is it taking so long? You know, if you have a series that you set in a bundle, people expect these in a little bit closer together. They explain that it's not like a Telltale game. It's not like just pictures and story tracks. There's so much more to the rigging of the characters and the animation part of it that
Right.
happens, that it's not just like storybook style, because you have so much more control of things.
Well, what they were also talking about is like it's full chapters with like
Right, they are
different full different characters, full different like storylines going on that build from it, but they aren't dependent on the very first one.
Right, that's true. I'm really looking forward to it, but
Detective.
they said the second one, which is called Rubble, Rubble Without a Cause or something like that, is so many. It's several like many years past this first one called Night to Remember. So Graham, who you're trying to get him to be king in the first one that's free that you can get on PlayStation Plus, and in the second one, it's many years later, the goblins come and steal him away from the kingdom, and he's got to make choices to try and get back to the kingdom.
I remember playing a King's Quest forever ago on my dad's Mac, and there was a caterpillar thingy that they called the dangling participle. I always loved that one.
Oh my gosh.
So many good things.
But
with
yes, I will be definitely picking that up, if not just for me and just for the puns, but for Young One as well to
She'll love
collaborate.
it. She'll
Because
love it.
she busted out with like, hey, remember when we went over to Drew's house and played with everyone? But I have an idea of how to get the scrolls off the pumpkin so we can get the blue eternal flame. I'm just like, who are you?
Wow, that's awesome.
And like your memory's terrifying.
Yes,
like
that's also-
short-term memory. It's like Layla, eat your food. Layla, eat your food. Layla, eat your food. It's food. And then
With the
she's like,
long-term-
the eternal flame. I got it.
4 weeks ago. I'm gonna figure that's awesome.
It doesn't matter to her. It's what interests her. She can remember.
That's
I know.
awesome. Well, yes, get it. She's gonna love it. She's gonna love it.
Yes, and then for PS3, we've got Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Oh yes.
So that exists, Joy. And then we have
never played any Far Cry.
SSX.
Which is snowboarding.
Which is snowboarding. It's not Amplitude. That is. It's
That's
SSX.
PS3, right? Okay.
And like, did you ever play SSX Tricky?
I remember Tricky.
Yeah.
I remember Tricky. My brother-in-law's. That's like all they could play when they had their Xbox, and then when their dad was gone, or when they could sneak it into the house, they'd bring in. What else did they play? Halo. And the Bond, like it was funny because
Dun, dun,
They were
dun,
sneaking
dun,
Halo
dun,
around.
dun, dun, dun.
yeah. So it's kind of funny to watch little
assume
boys
they don't
grow up.
listen to this.
They're all old now.
They're all old.
They're all old now. They have kids and
Man, this first snowboarding game that I ever played was the Cool Borders.
Cool
'Cause-
borders.
Cool Borders.
Terrible at those
Wow.
games. I always hated them.
I know. I would just like randomly push buttons. Like,
Yeah.
you landed a trick. I'm like, there is a god.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You are not totally terrible.
I might fire up the PS3 and play
Yeah, because that looks
SSX.
pretty cool, and it's free.
Like, do you have to say it fast? Like, six? Or is it SSX?
well,
or is it SX?
Probably
Six. Super slow X country. I don't know. What does it mean?
I don't know.
Nobody was going to... Somebody
I
tell
don't
us.
know.
What is
So-
SSX?
somebody
Cross,
Googled this.
Maybe Super Snowcross.
Super Snowcross. Then you're... there you go.
Oh, okay,
There you
that
go.
makes more sense.
Because Snowcross is when you have like 4 people going down the hill at the same time, and you are like in close quarters going through the same
Like
track, like
is what I was
motocross.
thinking.
I once shot the U.S. Olympic team doing snowcross.
Oh.
One of those other degrees of Drew. That was a day
The
that
degrees of Drew.
We got there at like
At
6
your
a.m.
leisure.
Was that
actually
was
like
that a night
shooter.
20 to remember?
No, I remember getting at 6 a.m. showing
He
up.
doesn't remember any night 20s.
We had to hike the hill and run all of our cable for cameras to all the different turns on this course. And so imagine a ski slope, like from top to bottom, and we had to hike from bottom to top hauling our cable. Like you can't ride that stuff up on the ski lift.
Oh, yeah,
So
because-
it was hiking.
Oh.
And I did not have snow gear. I don't know why I thought that was okay, but I wore big thick socks and my tennis shoes. And I was in like thigh deep snow.
Nope.
And we did that until about noon, and then we set up all the cameras. And from like about 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, they ran snowcross, and it was super cool because down in the booth, you know, they have 8 cameras watching every turn. Mm-hmm. And as a cameraman, the guys come around your turn, and you're just like flipping like half a second. You're like, here to there, here, go, and go. And so you do that for all afternoon. But it was a day to remember. I'll tell you that. It was a day to remember. The other one that I did was the double moguls, where they like come really steep hills and they come down and do a flip jump and then go hit the moguls again and do another flip jump and end it. And that's another one where you're like shooting way up high and then flip it down. Go. Anyway, those are the days.
Man.
I don't even know how much I got paid, like $20 to do that.
Extreme.
I was exploited at school. It was totally
It's
extreme.
okay. You just have to
Now you
embrace.
do exploiting of your own.
I do. Now I'm like,
Isn't that
hey,
fun?
students, you want a great experience?
It's like a rite of passage at this point because then they get all the stories to talk about and say, oh, yeah, well, I remember my practical on-the-job training
That's
for
right.
this.
That's right. Lucky you.
Thou shalt not complain ever.
Ever.
Let's see.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
that
I think
was it.
I've
That
got.
was it right there.
I've got 2 more
Oh?
of the games. Can you flip it over? 'Cause
There's more?
yes, but wait, there's more.
thought
This
we
is why you should have a PS Plus.
This is why.
Oh yeah, there's more. I was after I saw King's Quest and
It's like, and
Gauntlet.
done.
I was like, cool, I'm done. There's more.
Yep, and for that long neglected Vita,
Oh,
we've
it's still
got
there.
Freedom Wars and Rocket Bird Hard Boiled Chicken.
I almost bought a Vita for kids for Christmas because I thought I'm at least getting tons of free games every month. Maybe I need
Yeah,
to get
and
one.
you know, realistically, you can always commandeer said Vita.
That's true. I could always take it off.
It's like-
I did order this crazy thing called Circle that lets you you can't lock down the Vita, but it lets you lock down any device that's connected to the internet.
Oh yes, I remember seeing that.
It's by Disney. Well, it's they're
Sounds
partnering
like a
with Disney.
Kickstarter thing.
It started as a Kickstarter, it failed, and then they went through some more negotiations, and they hooked up with Disney, who partnered with them. But it is basically, instead of a router, it's connecting to the same Wi-Fi network, and it'll show you everybody that's online, and you can tell it, like, turn that
Don't do
device
it.
off at this time, don't do that, and this is for kids only, so that device only gets to go to websites that are friendly for K through
Yeah.
6. And I'm excited about that. That has nothing to do with hard-boiled chicken, because I'm sure that's a great little game.
Yeah, it's totally precious. Let me tell you.
I don't know. Do you know anything about hard-boiled chicken?
I know a little bit about it.
Oh.
A little bit on like the
Is it just chickens that fight each other and
Yeah.
like, kill people?
yeah, basically
Well, that could be fun.
much death. It's
If
like
I had a Vita, I think it would like live in my bathroom. Like that's where
yeah,
it would be my
that's
splash
kind
time
of
toy game.
Exactly.
I would be like, I really want to play Vita games right
Yeah,
now.
and it's really interesting because like there's a lot of Vita games out that I really like, and there's a lot of Vita games out that are just that they just don't measure up to what I need
what it could
from
what it
them.
could be.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, we had the Game Boy, right? Like the original Game Boy. Mm-hmm. And
With no light.
all right, no light.
There's no light. You're just like hunched over that
Yep.
little lamp just to
Yep.
going.
That's all you could. That's all you could. And we would play. I think I had a Zelda game, a Mario game, and Tetris, and that was about it. Like I never had like collections of games.
Yep.
I spent all the money to get the device, and that was it. And then my mom commented that, and she played the Game Boy on trips more than I would even get to play.
So I have a side story with this, and this is totally nothing to do with news. When my mother's like college roommate came to South Dakota one time when I was like 9, her son had his Game Boy, and so I kind of stole it and was playing it the entire time. And the only way that my mom could get me to socialize with everyone was to bribe me and say, if you don't play the Game Boy anymore during this entire visit, I will buy you one when they leave.
Please be friendly to the people.
It was just like, please socialize, child. I'm like,
funny.
I've found them now.
Oh, that's funny.
And what happened after that is that she got into Tetris, and then I got into knitting. And I remember one trip to Delaware to visit my grandparents, and she was playing Game Boy, and I was knitting. And the lady sitting across from us was just like, something is wrong here.
is going
and she
on.
actually made a comment. She's like, this is just a very weird picture for me.
You are knitting and she is playing the game. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is very awesome. The nostalgia. It is running deep. Rhythmic Ascension is pointed that out. But
Yes,
we are very
such nostalgia. Here we go.
nostalgic. All right, one last news.
And one last news is Fallout 4 has sold 12 million
lot.
copies worth 750 million on day one.
Wow.
We were talking about Call of Duty the other time,
Yeah, not
and
too
saying
long
like it
ago.
was what 550, making it the largest entertainment launch ever of anything, of any
That was
entertainment
Black Ops
media.
3, right? Yep.
And so
And
like
that was in its first 3 days.
in its first 3 days, and like, ooh, that's really
We thought
cool.
that was impressive. We did.
Yes.
Because we were like, no, nobody's done that. That's huge.
Yeah, and then Fallout 4. Oh my gosh.
We did. When we talked about it, we're like, is it possible? And we thought maybe Fallout 4 had a chance.
And yeah,
I did not expect this.
day one. This was the pre-orders,
And then some, everything coming out.
and then of course they had all the Pip-Boy stuff going on at the same time.
They do a lot of.
They did a lot of
merchandising.
work. Yeah. But this is what happens when you're Bethesda and you have a track record of, we're going to give you one really, really good game, and we're going to sink everything that we have into it, and we're going to make this as fantastic as we can, instead of just like keep them going. It's like,
that's
we're
fantastic.
we're going to take our time in doing
Dell
these
numbers.
things. Yeah, exactly. The Adele number.
Why did you bring Adele into this?
She's like had all these millions and billions
She
of
did.
records sold. Mm-hmm. She went platinum her first day.
Yep.
That's wow. So you guys have been. Well, you played a lot.
I've
Rachel's played a lot. Mm-hmm. I got like what I get like 2
I
hours.
bet you
in?
Anne thinks
Yeah,
she's
you got
playing
2
right
hours.
now.
She's probably playing right now.
I probably have about 50 hours in right now.
Wow. So I got like 2 hours in. I was able to get the little
Rachel's
story.
further than I am though. So.
Oh, what was that thing that popped out of the ground and killed me? And I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Oh, the
Death Claw?
This is the first Fallout I've played yet. It's a Death Claw or something.
It was ugly. Scary.
I guess they've been in all the Fallouts.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So I walked out the door
wait,
after
the
fighting
head-
bad guys.
Wait, no, I'm thinking.
It's like a thing that popped out of the ground.
It's like a little demon thing.
Lizardy
Lizard
dragon
demon, yeah.
thing.
New lizard demon dragon. So I got that far. Like I killed a bunch of guys and I got my big suit and it was playing well. I enjoyed it. It was fun. And then I stepped out the front door and I was like, you're free to run around. You got your cool suit on. I'm like down one street picking off a couple of like, I don't know, bandits or something, and all of a sudden that thing came out of a grate and it just like mid gameplay it like draws your attention and all of a sudden he pops out of a grate and comes at you and I was just like, that was it. Like, I was on the
Yeah,
I was writhing.
I have to take myself out of first person for that one. I'm just like, this is like way too kinetic for me. I can't.
Really, I hate because they just have you over the shoulder,
Yeah,
and I hate that.
I don't like the
always a
over the
first person.
shoulder, but for first person, it's just like
Everything's coming at you. That's what I've loved about.
it's like I feel like a squirrel.
And Fallout did really well, and the Uncharted obviously did well enough to make me sick. But you feel like between cutscenes and story, it's getting to be so seamless that it's really easy to be in that story.
Yeah.
So I've enjoyed that, and so tell us about Fallout in your 50 hours in your mini side quest. What are your favorite things?
That's all it's been is side quests.
That's all you do these days.
Well, I've done like 5 main story quests.
That's like going to college and taking nothing but electives. I just want you to know that.
Just throwing that one out there.
You're paying a lot of money for tuition.
Man, I'm leveling.
So what's your favorite stuff? What do you love?
There's a lot of fun side quests that I've done. Like one was, is it spoilers if you do side quests?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Spoiler alert, we're talking about side quests. Jump forward 3 minutes. Go.
Okay. So There's this one where you find, nuclear holocaust, right? So you find a submarine off the coast, and there's a old Chinese admiral in there in the submarine. It's a Chinese submarine. And
We
he was
all
the one that
live in a
launched
Chinese submarine.
He's the one that launched some of the nukes, and you talk to him about it. And because he's a ghoul, which means he's survived for like the 200 years or whatever.
Oh, wow.
His body adapted to radiation, so all their facial features slough off, and they just have like a skull face.
Oh.
So anyway, so he's a ghoul, but he has like mental capacity and stuff. Anyway, so that's what the mission I'm working on now, and he's just trying to get back to China, so you have to go find like nuclear parts from old things so he can get his boat going. That was a pretty fun mission.
I like it.
That sounds kind of fun.
There's another one called the Silver Shroud, which is it's like old-timey radio hero, like a Lone Ranger type thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so you have to become that persona for a little while and run around, and you talk like the guy did in the radio, and it's really ridiculous and stuff. It's really fun. That storyline was a lot of fun.
I like that. So. I just don't know when I'm going to find time. I want to play. I want to play. I just don't know when I'll ever find time to play.
I think that is going to be our post grading.
Right, like
post every.
Coming up soon, aren't they?
Yes, we have. So after this week, we have next week of classes, and then it's finals for us, and then it's grades are due. So that's when we do our.
Yeah.
You guys have a dead week at Weber State.
It never gets really dead.
It's
like no classes before finals.
I think there's
classes.
I thought there was
3 days of finals.
I thought there was one day, but maybe that was tech. I think that was tech.
I don't think it's I think it's like.
In Oklahoma, we had a dead week, so your classes finished.
And then you had a whole week
to study for your finals. And you had finals.
No, so a dead week. Our dead week is that finals week.
Yeah, we just run them.
And I learned early on not to give finals because the kids like you more and you get better evaluations. That's what it is. That's the secret, folks.
Hot pepper.
That's the hot pepper right there.
Well, your finals are watching.
I don't even have a chili pepper.
I think that's what it is. I would rather take that last class and have everybody together to watch everybody's final projects.
Exactly. Yeah.
Than be like, come back in a week and on a different time, a different day while trying to get here. I'd rather watch them and be done. So that's going good. That'll be good. But I think here's what's exciting for me that I didn't mention in the first part of the show. Hope you're sitting down, folks. I'm reading a book. I know, it's crazy.
Is it
crazy.
Looking Glass Wars?
It's from the same author as Looking Glass Wars, and it's kind of the prequel to it. And so I got what they call the ARC, the Advanced Reader's Copy, right?
Oh my goodness, aren't you...
PDF.
How did you do this?
It has my name on every page of the PDF.
Oh, so if you print it out and give it to people, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. So I wouldn't give it to anybody because I'm really excited.
Right.
Joseph Adams bind that in leather.
Yep, I'm gonna have him bind it in leather. The guy with the handlebar mustache. But he's gonna put it in a nice little leather for me, and then I'll probably send a copy to Frank. But anyway, I think this is so awesome for me because it has seriously been since I started teaching 4 or 5 years now. I have not been able to read I haven't taken the time to read a fiction story and enjoy it as much.
Because it's like all like...
It's almost guilty. Like I almost feel bad reading a book.
Yeah.
For fun, because it's not.
Because it's like it's not productive.
Research. It's not productive. It's not grading. You know what I mean? So for the last little bit of a break,
we need this stuff.
I'm 230 pages into a 400-page book, and I am impressed with myself.
That is fantastic.
Moderately meaty.
Right. It's like I did it. Anyway, so I'm enjoying it. It is written at a younger level than I think the Looking Glass Wars, but I'm enjoying it for what it is. It's almost like an Ender's Game, Harry Potter mix of sorts, which are really good, and it's fun because. It's Alice in Wonderland, which I love, and so it all just fits really nicely with this lore that he's built. So that was totally a side note, but I'm loving it. It has nothing to do with Fallout, I'm sorry.
That's fantastic. No, it has everything to do with Fallout.
I just can't believe I read a book.
I read a book.
It's so good. But did you guys have anything else for...
For Fallout, I want to play it.
That's what
and I know that Scott wants to play it, but I know that I'm going to have to, peel him off of Just Cause 3.
What's Just Cause 3?
I don't know 100%.
Is that an FPS?
No, it sounds like Final Destination. That's what I'm thinking. It's like you just kill people.
I can't remember.
All right, I'm going to Google it right now, Scott. Just Cause
3.
Sounds like
I can't remember. I know exactly like
Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
No, it's like a blow. It's like a
Just
blow
Cause.
stuff up thing.
Oh.
Just like.
Open world action adventure video game by Avalanche Studios. I guess.
Oh, like
Oh, yeah.
GTA type.
Yeah, because I know that he's like all jazzed up for Crackdown.
Oh,
It's like it's a fully destroyable world. I'm like, wow, you like to really just screw things
Do
up.
you realize what you're getting into
It's
with
like,
this guy? And you're letting him move in the house?
I know.
The couch was the first thing. And next thing you know, he's going to like destroy everything.
The couch. I have staked my land.
And now he's going to blow it up. Watch
Oh,
out.
plays like Grand Theft Auto, but runs on the Havoc engine.
Oh, okay. I like the Havoc engine. That's great.
So it's like Grand Theft Auto that you can blow everything up in.
That's safe. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a healthy outlet for you, Scott. Good luck with that. That's good. I should mention earlier that Rhythm Extension asked if we covered the fact that World of Tanks is coming to PS4 in like a day.
I've never played World of Tanks.
I have not
It's
either.
a free-to-play, kind of like Warframe-ish kind of game where you build and you grow and you can get all the way to the end without paying anything, so you don't have to pay to win. But the graphics in the game, it's actually a very impressive,
I'm in.
like fun game, pretty good expanse. I remember going
Time-based, whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember how the play goes, but I remember playing when I was a demo at E3, probably 2013, like one of the original, like earlier consoles, and they had World of Tanks, World of Planes, and they had giant room, like walk through the whole convention hall, and they had a space like this big, which is expensive in a convention hall.
Yeah.
And like 40 different PCs set up on each side, and people were just playing each other, and it's kind of super exciting. So, yeah. Totally, I think it's free on the PS4 like everything else, but it's coming on December 4th, so it'll be like for most of you
Yeah.
tomorrow. For us, it's 2 days.
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
because we record back in history. Excellent. Let's go ahead and wrap ourselves up with some new releases that are pretty low key this week because there were so many over Black Friday and the holidays and whatnot. So I think we'll slow down for a couple weeks and then we'll see some crazier ones at the Christmas time. But here's what we got so far this week. Arcade Archives. I know you guys wait every week to hear what the Arcade
yes.
Archives is. This time it is The Legend of Cage with a K. Cage on the PS4. Chivalry.
Mortal Kombat. Cage?
Yeah, I don't think.
I had a friend who had a band named Cage with a K.
With a K, really?
Going after like corn and stuff like that. Oh my gosh.
There is the radio station down in one of the southern Utah,
got tired
is
of
the
corn.
Cage.
You're
It
kidding.
was. I don't know if it is now. Yeah, it was.
Oh, I'm so tired of corn, but that's.
I lived in Bakersfield. That's where corn was like born,
Yeah.
born and raised. Yeah, it's funny. Chivalry, Medieval Warfare for the PS4.
Wouldn't that be like the anti-chivalry?
Good point, right? The chivalry had
Just-
nothing to do with
just-
warfare. It was like the niceness. Maybe this is like the
Maybe
after
in like
party.
the etiquette.
This is the
So,
etiquette for
this is
medieval
like
warfare.
The etiquette.
This is how to properly
Well, they
fight.
quit the etiquette, so.
Chivalry. Darius Burst, Chronicle Saviors, also PS4, PS Vita. Vita will be out. Yeah, they're both going to be out by the time this goes. So
Oh, yeah,
Darius
we're
Burst.
good.
I don't know. That sounds.
I don't.
It reminds me. Wasn't that an MTV show? Daria. That's
Da,
different.
da, 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 da.
This is Darius Burst. Handball 16, which does sound sounds like a lot of fun. 16 handball.
There's a
PS4.
lot of that when I was 16.
PS3, PS Vita. It's out. And Just Cause 3. Congratulations. We're pretty excited that Just Cause 3, that's the blow 'em up world. I'm trying to move forward, people. You just do that. Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. That'll be a fun one to try. Trial available is gonna. You can do a little demo on that. PS4, PS3 for Kung Fu Panda. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Does that come out every week? I don't play Rainbow Six. Sorry, or
I
Tom.
just seen a lot of
I know
ads
that
for
this
it.
one is.
So is this one?
This
This
is a
is the one
huge
that we're
one.
leading up to. So finally, it's here,
Idris
folks.
Elba even did a commercial. For
Really?
it.
Okay. So it's not that I've seen like a bunch of them come out. This is the one we've been
Yeah.
Well,
leaning
Call
towards.
of Duty and Rainbow Six are
Like this, these are the
But
these are
they
the
all
same.
feel so.
same.
But
Yeah.
hey,
But that's okay.
But
hey.
Rainbow Six is more like team-based
Yeah.
action as opposed to just run around and shoot people in
good
the
point.
face.
Good point. All right, you may have it. Last but not least, Uncharted 4 Thieves in multiplayer beta. So this is the beta of the multiplayer we talked about in the news. That is out in a couple of days.
Only
Only
for a
for Nathan Drake collection owners. And that, my
So-
friends, new releases.
So you guys get to go na 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 na.
That's right. If you have that, then you nana nana, which was really rude, and I tell my kids never to nana nana. That's so rude. Nanny, nanny, nanny. That wraps up our show. I think we're going to take it home and put it to bed.
Hoorah.
Thanks a lot for everybody. This has been episode 77. Remember, you can always follow us on our Twitters at LittleBigKast. On the Facebook, find us, the LittleBigKast page. You can find our website, littleBigKast.com, where we post not only all of our episodes and posts and things, but you just get your fill. You just can get your fill. Your 16 handball right there on the page. Joining me, as always, has been Robin Hazlett. Where can they find you?
They can find me at Robin Hazlett on Twitter.
Excellent. And Wiggs/Glenn sitting in for Jeff and Rachel today.
You can find me at Wiggs9703 on all the gaming stuff, or Twitter and Facebook at GWiggum.
And that, my friends, has been episode 77. Good night.
Goodbye.